Hey guys, I'm in my car. I just want to tell you 5 signs it's not the 5E model. This is coming from, I keep seeing over and over from curriculum developers, this is the 5E model, my lesson follows the 5E model, and it is not. It is not true to the intent of that model. So real quick, what the 5E model is, it's a way to build conceptual understanding in students. So it is designed to take students through a process where they are exploring an idea and getting, starting to make sense of it, to having aha moments where they make sense of it. Instead of you telling them what to understand, they start to actually understand it, to practicing it and then being able to be evaluated based on their understanding of it. So I keep seeing over and over, oh, this lesson is the 5E model, and it's driving me crazy because if you are new to the 5E model, you don't know any better. And so you're following these basically old school style of teaching just being framed as, oh, it's the 5E model because kids are moving around, or because kids are playing with things, or because it is student-led. That doesn't mean it's the 5E model. The 5E model, again, is designed to take students and develop a conceptual understanding. It makes the students figure it out. So 5 signs it is not the 5E model. The first one is that it is done in one class. There's no way that you can get through the 5E model in one class. This is something I've even seen administrators not really understand. They want to see 5E lessons that are designed to last like 60 to 90 minutes. When that is not, it is designed as an instructional sequence. So it might take an entire class to complete an explore activity. It might take another class to explain. Engage maybe 5 minutes or maybe 25. So that really varies. So it is not designed to be done in one class. If it is saying it's the 5E model and it is, if it's saying it's one class period, it is not the 5E model. The second one, I wrote these down so I didn't forget, is that explore does not mean just student-led. Student-led could be, I'm cutting out vocabulary that you give me and finding the definitions. Theoretically, that's student-led because they're kind of doing it independently. Explore is actually, again, they are just getting into the content, grappling with the ideas with the goal that they are going to make sense and come to the conclusion that you want them to. So an example of an explore activity would be, you give them data, or they go out and they collect data, and then they start to look at that data and look for patterns. That is an explore activity because they are actually themselves looking for patterns. They could come up with the right pattern that you want them to see, or they could come up with something different. The point is that they are actually exploring it. Along those lines, in the explain, so then getting into the next phase, explain is not just teacher-led, I'm going to tell you what to think, I would like you to take notes from this PowerPoint. Explain is, okay, look at the data, look at these patterns I came up with. Well, what can I infer from that, or what can I understand from that pattern? So along those lines, the third thing that's not, if it's not the 5E model, if your explain phase is a PowerPoint, and that's it, a PowerPoint and notes, that is not explain. That's not to say that PowerPoint and notes cannot be a part of explain, but the students come to the explanation in explain, not teacher. It's not, I'm telling you this is the content. It is the students are creating their own explanations. That's the 5E model explain. The teacher's role is to make sure that they are coming to accurate explanations. So you might do that by asking questions, or pointing out patterns, or pointing out things they might have missed, or just addressing misconceptions. Maybe if they say one thing, you provide an example that doesn't fit their idea or their model. So that is explain as is intended by the 5E creators. Along those lines, that's not to say that, afterward you provide a written text, or you provide a PowerPoint or something that just kind of overview, make sure we're all on the same page kind of thing. That's fine. But if you're looking at a lesson plan and the explain portion is just a PowerPoint or just a chapter reading, that is not explain. That is not the 5E model. The fourth one is elaborate. Elaborate should not just be, or extend. I've heard both words, extend, elaborate, same thing. It is not just bonus fluff. It is not, oh, the students are going to go research a project of their own choosing and do this. It is not like a choice board, like, oh, just go make a project about whatever it is. Elaborate is independent practice. So they explored it, they started to come up with explanations. Well, now they need time to practice it. So it is independent practice of the same concepts. It is vital to the process. It's not just extra fluff. It is actually part of that learning sequence that helps cement these ideas in their brain. And then the last one was that 4 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I didn't have 5. I lied. I'm sorry. So those are 4 misconceptions about the 5E model, 4 signs that it is not the 5E model. So next time you are looking for a lesson or a curriculum, if you're purchasing it, if you are just finding lessons online, whatever it is, keep those tips in mind. So again, it should not be one class period. The second is that just because it is student-led doesn't mean it is an explore activity. The idea is that students are actually diving into the content and making sense of it on their own. You are not giving them any information. You are trying to see what they can come up with from data or examples. Explain is not teacher-directed. It's not just a PowerPoint. The elaborate is not bonus fluff. It is vital independent practice. And, oh, I forgot, the engage is not just like a demo or a silly activity. It's actually a phenomenon. That was my 5th one. The demo or the engage phase is actually a specific phenomenon that students will then study throughout the entire unit. I skipped engage, I'm sorry. So the last one is that engage is vital to the unit. It is a phenomenon that is introduced. It gets them thinking. It asks questions. It piques their curiosity, but it is an example that you can return to throughout the unit that they are trying to work to understand. So that is the engage phase as well. It's not just like, oh, this is fun, now you're interested, or even take this pretest and let me know what you already know. It's, here's a phenomenon, what do you think about that? And you can come back to that idea throughout the unit. Sorry I skipped my 5th one, but I came back to it, right? All right, so that is my Facebook Live 5 signs that it is not the 5E model. Good luck finding 5E resources, and I will chat with you later. I have to go to the dentist now. Bye.